Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles and Minutes. Today's video is called Dying to Live. So, what am I going to get ready to talk about? Well, before we get started, okay, I want to do an experiment. So, if you'd like to participate, what I want you to do is raise your right arm as high as you can. Hold it in the air as high as you can. Great. Now raise it higher. 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 What'd you notice? Everybody could raise their arm higher when I asked them to. So, what am I getting to? What I'm getting to is in life, people always hold back something. You're not living all out, you're living in a state of fear, and you're protecting yourself so you don't give your all, you give some. So, imagine being in a marriage where you give, well, some. And imagine going to work where you just kind of, well, give some. Not all of it. Not your best. For yourself. For others. But some. That's fear. And that's the fear of being shortchanged. But really, who you're shortchanging is yourself. That's the fear of loss. And the greatest loss of all is death. It's the greatest fear of every human being. So the great sages and the great, wise people have talked about, death, and that until we can accept our death, we really never live. So what people do is they procrastinate on it. I don't want to think about that. Oh, shit, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to go to school right now or date someone right now, be married right now or whatever. So I'm going to share with you the secret of the samurai. So the samurai, to be samurai, the ultimate warrior of ancient Japan, was the samurai sat in his prayer room, sat in repose, and then before battle accepted his death. Accepted he was going to die. And was okay with it. And the purpose behind that was when the samurai went on the battlefield, he would be his best. He would be all out. And if he died gloriously. But see, when you're living in fear, you can't be the samurai because you are going to die, most likely on that battlefield, because you're protecting yourself and you're living from a defensive position versus an offensive position. You're not out there in the world going all out. And when you're defensive, you tend to be analytical and you're overthinking. Michael Jordan played all out. Tiger Woods, when at his top game, played all out. They weren't playing not to win or not to lose. They were just playing all out. If you can accept loss, you can play all out. You can take risk. And to get to the other side or to have a great life, you have to be willing to lose and die. And I'm not, again, not trying to be morose. So how I came to this was, I was always interested in, I remember at 5 years old or something, I asked my father, I was like, Dad, what happens when you die? He's like, oh, son, don't worry about that shit. You got a long time to worry about that. I don't know why I had that question at 5, but I remember asking my father that. I can remember the neighbor's house I asked it at, and I remember every bit of it. And so I always kind of had an interest or a curiosity of what happens after you die. What's out there. And, so, I've listened to a few History Channels or something like that, Discovery Channel, Afterlife Experiences. Everybody said, it's pretty damn good. So if you move into a better experience than your current one, then there's nothing to fear. And what that also does, it allows you to live all out today. So Dale Carnegie. So we talk about life. We could talk about right now in the current environment is there's more people on anxiety medications, more people have angst, more people are very dissatisfied with life, discontent. People are depressed. I mean, just go look at the prescription numbers at the local pharmacy. They're not building smaller pharmacies; they're building bigger ones, huge, massive, because everyone's anxious, depressed, dealing with something, don't know how to deal with it, or in physical pain and on narcotics, or going on the streets and getting the trying to numb this pain, this discontent. So years ago when I got separated, and I felt like I lost everything. How I had identified myself, the house, the car, the kids, da, 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 da. I had it all. I had it all. And I got nothing. Not even family was here. I was alone. I stayed with friends. I had no place in my own. I had nothing, nothing. And every dollar I went to my kids and my family and all my stuff. I had barely anything to live on, and I felt pretty alone, man. I felt pretty hopeless and helpless. And I was like, God, what do you want to do? You want to kill me? Like, oh, you just want to kill me? And I was like, fine, I'll die. Have me. So I kind of like accepted my death, experienced it, and then I kind of like looked up. Like, I got 10 minutes to live, man. I got 10 minutes to live. 10 minutes. What do I want to take with me? And I was like, I just want to say thanks that I'm here. Thanks that I got to be here. That I got to be, I didn't have to live, I didn't have to have anything. Thanks for the kids. I even gave thanks for being married for 17 years, and I didn't have to be married, I didn't have to have kids, I didn't have to have none of that. I didn't have to have anything. I gave thanks for everything. And what happened was I dropped out of my head and into my heart, and I was just thankful to be here. I was fully present. I mean, I could tell you when I went out and I went anywhere, I was in the room and in the experience 100%. Not in my head thinking about what I got about to do about tomorrow and what about this and what about that and blah, 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 blah. And all this thinking, I was just totally present in that moment. And very appreciative for being here because I only got 10 minutes, man. Or maybe I got to the end of this day. And I might die tonight when I close my eyes. But right now, I'm going to take it all in. And I'm going to give thanks for everything. Not labels bad, that's good, just everything. There's beauty in everything. Once you learn how to see that way, your life becomes beautiful. I never felt so much peace, joy, and love and happiness in my life. When I talk to my parents like I never talked to them. Like, I just want to thank you so much for all you've done for me. I really appreciate it. Sometimes I was an asshole. I wasn't very nice. I looked at my kids differently. I was just thankful to have them there. I didn't have to have kids. I mean, I was 100% appreciative for every little speck of dust. And I was taking it all in because in 10 minutes, I'm out of here. I don't know where I'm going, but I want to take something with me. I'm going to take all the love, all the wonder, all the beauty, all the essence, the curve of my kid's face, the smile of this person I was kind of going out with at the time. I remember everything in full detail, not here, but in here. Because if I'm going to go, I want to take that with me. And then I could say, I fully live. So if you want help with the concept, Dale Carnegie wrote a book called How to Start Living, Stop Worrying. He talks about the past. The past is gone. That's what was killing me. I was like, what I used to have, I want it back, I want it back, I want it back. And like, yo, Joe, it's gone, man. That dream's gone. You got to let it go. It was killing me when I was holding on to the past. It was very heavy, 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 heavy. And you can't fix it. Just let it go. And then I started worrying about the future. What about tomorrow? What's going to happen next week? Blah, 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 blah. Look what's going on in my life, blah, blah. And I was like, that was killing me. Like, so it was getting crushed. Two sides from the past and the present. I was like, just going to give it up. I'm going to die, escape, float above it. Came out, fully in my heart, fully present, fully thankful for anything and everything I got. And I tell you what, I never felt so alive in my damn life. And I never felt so happy. Because it was like I was given a second chance. So when you look at things that way, everything you have, you can look at your parents like, gosh, like I got a second chance to appreciate my parents. Like 10 minutes from that deathbed, like, what do you want to say to your parents? Everything becomes, what's important now is really important, and what's valuable is really valuable. If you live in that 10-minute window, I got 10 minutes to live. What am I going to do in this moment? And I stopped rushing around trying to get to the next moment. Like, no, I don't have 10 minutes from now I'm dead. I don't need to rush anywhere. Like, I'm just going to enjoy right now. You will go walk in front of me, go walk. You want to cut me off the line, that's fine. I'm going to enjoy right here, man. I got no place to rush to because 10 minutes from now I'm out of here. I'm going to make the most of this minute. So when you stop rushing, you stop hurrying to get somewhere, you can actually be here and actually enjoy it. So that's what dying to live's about. When you can accept your death, you can actually have full courage. You can really appreciate life. everybody you see, you'll see your kids differently, you'll see your parents differently, and you'll value them and appreciate them than you ever have in your whole life. Thanks a lot.